Hey everyone, it's Steve. In this video, we're going to do an update on my 3.5 by 5.5 foot N scale project layout and do a tour of my revamped workshop. Let's look. Okay, so let's start off taking a look at the workshop and what I've done in the last several weeks. I pretty much revamped everything. I actually took everything out of here, painted the walls, painted the ceiling, painted the cabinets, built a new workbench, and really improved my work area quite a bit from what I had before. Before I only had a 2 by 4 foot kind of workbench area. Now I have this roughly 8 by 8 foot section of workbench that I can utilize for working on projects as well as filming videos. So I have a much nicer area to work and also just kind of a better organized space. I am working on though quite a few projects, and so I have a little bit of a mess right now, but for the most part things are a lot easier to access than what I had before, and overall makes it a lot more pleasant to be out here and working. Also have a speaker up there so I can listen to some music, and all new shelving around the entire perimeter of the garage. In fact, a couple levels of shelving, and these shelves are actually designed to hold 600 pounds for every 4 foot span, so I can pretty much put whatever I want up there, and I'm not going to have any problems at all in terms of anything coming down. So I have a couple of areas where I have some material storage up there, wood on that side, and then I have extra pieces of styrofoam and whatnot up here on this end and here, as well as lots of just bins of various supplies and whatnot. Of course, I have my 1 by 6 foot HO scale switching layout, and I do have a variety of boom arms now and lights that can help me do a little bit better job when I'm filming. So I just put out a video on some Athen hopper cars, and so I can use this nice workbench area here for displaying models and doing a better job and kind of showing them. And so I have a couple of boom arms, one to hold a microphone. This one here, I can hold a camera for doing top-down shots. Of course, I'll have my regular DSLR on a tripod like I normally do. Plus, I have a couple smaller lights that I can aim at the workspace, and a bigger light box that can also control the temperature of. And so I can kind of shift that to a warmer light or a colder light or kind of a pure white light, depending on what kind of lighting effect I'm looking for. And so that will allow me to do a better job of doing some of the photography and videos of different items I might do a review on, or showing the assembly of something and whatnot. I also have an area over here which I can have a few tools stored, plus all of my batteries for my rechargeable drills and saws, as well as all my lawn equipment that uses the Ego batteries. So kind of a nice area there for getting all of my tools charged up, and then some areas up there where I have bins of additional tools like sanders and different things like that. So one additional item I have in the garage before I move on is this really bright LED light, which has 6 panels of lights on there, and that thing really lights up the garage and provides a nice background light as well to the whole work environment. I have an Atlas Trainman locomotive I'll be doing a review on pretty soon here. I also have the Athen Big Boy, which came in this box over here, and I'll have a video on that coming out here very shortly, plus the updates on my 3.5 by 5.5 foot N scale switching layout. But let's go ahead and look at that layout and see how things have progressed. Since the last video, I completed the mountainside on the left-hand side, got the tunnels, the tunnel interiors finished, got the ballast in the tunnels, as well as some ballast here on the front section of the layout. I also had to do a reclamation project here. I decided to add a retaining wall on this side over here, and I backfilled this with some foam and then some Sculptamold, and this is just still drying right now. I decided I needed more space for structures and so forth, and so I decided to kind of create some more usable land for those structures. I started building here a Walther's warehouse kit, so I have this kind of just generally fit together. I love these kits because they're very modular. You can kind of build them however you want in terms of your design. So I kind of made it kind of a weird shape here to make it a little bit more interesting to look at. I have this will be a gas station up here, and then some other random structures. I'll be kind of hacking together a big hotel that'll be sitting in that corner there, overlooking what'll be a waterfall and kind of a hiking, wooded area here in this corner. And so that'll be all forested with the waterfall, and the hotel there kind of looking over that scene. And I'm going to have a bridge going across the tracks here, and the road entering the town. That'll be the main road that goes into this town area, as well as serving this industry here. I'll have some crossing lights here, and I'm also going to install a few track signals in a couple spots as well. I'm not going to signal the whole layout, just it's going to get too expensive, and I didn't decide to do that initially, and so that would just be complicated with all the styrofoam to go ahead and get all the wires for signals put in. But here is that Big Boy, which I'll be doing that review on. And I'll go ahead and have it run here for a little bit, and you can kind of see a little sneak preview of that Athen Big Boy, which is really awesome. So anyway, you can see the Athen Big Boy running here on the layout. One thing I will note about this Athen Big Boy is that it does require a very long break-in period. I've been running this for probably about an hour total now. Still occasionally has a few hiccups here and there, but I think, probably if you get one of these, don't be like panicked if you spent $400 and it like starts stuttering right out of the box. Give it a good hour or two of running time to get it broken in, and then you should see it run a lot more reliably. And it'll probably keep running better and better for a while, actually, the longer you run it, because it is a very complicated locomotive in terms of all the gears and moving parts, and so it does, you have to expect it's going to take a while to break in with something that's more complicated like this locomotive. But it is obviously, you can see here, running pretty smoothly, and that has gotten better and better with time the longer that it has run. But anyway, that's a look at how things are going with the 3.5 by 5.5 foot end scale project layout. Again, I'll have an update on this, a complete update on this, probably in a few weeks once I get all the structures done and the roads finalized, and we can kind of see how things are at that point. And then I'll have the next video after that once I do all the scenery work. But things are coming along kind of slow right now, but they should speed up quite a bit here in the coming weeks. But anyway, that's all for now, and thanks for watching. Bye.